Welcome to Innovation Beat, where you will find the most thrilling and dramatic moments of trucks, excavators, and military vehicles stuck in mud, deep trenches, and dangerous terrain. Breathtaking rescues, top-notch operating skills, and unbelievable escapes will keep you glued to your eyes. Get ready to witness the most spectacular rescues right now. The excavator was stuck deep in the mud in the middle of the jungle, the wheels almost completely submerged in the soft soil. All efforts to free themselves were in vain. Another excavator came forward, quickly implementing a rescue plan. The bucket dug deep into the mud, tightly hooked onto the buried chassis. Each powerful lift pulled the body of the vehicle out of the mud, but the mud stuck tightly, making the process more difficult. After several minutes of struggling, the excavator was finally pulled out, marking a dramatic and spectacular rescue. The heavy crawler bulldozer was stuck in the middle of the jungle, its wheels sinking deep into the mud, making it extremely difficult to move. A sturdy cable was attached to the front, connected to a support vehicle. The engine roared, the cable stretched to its limit as the powerful pull pulled the vehicle out of the mud hole. Bit by bit, the vehicle inched forward, the crawler wheels sliding across the muddy ground. After a long effort, the bulldozer finally escaped the treacherous terrain, marking a dramatic rescue. A giant excavator lay on its side in the ditch, almost buried in mud and vegetation. Immediately, a team of heavy cranes was mobilized to rescue it. The crane arms stretched out, the cables tightly hooked to the body of the machine, slowly pulling it out of the water. The machine shook violently as it was lifted, muddy water dripping onto the road surface. The entire team focused, adjusting the crane step by step to avoid dangerous situations. After many tense minutes, the machine was finally placed safely on the ground, marking a spectacularly successful rescue. The red tractor was stuck deep in the thick mud, the wheels spinning but unable to get out. The driver accelerated, mud splashed everywhere, but the machine still sank deeper. A group of people rushed to help, preparing a strong chain to pull the tractor out of the mud. A heavy truck was mobilized, the cable stretched, the engine roared loudly. After many tense efforts, the tractor finally got out of the mud, to everyone's excitement. A heavy bulldozer was stuck deep in the mud, almost completely submerged in the slushy soil. The mud flooded into the cabin, making it impossible to move. Another bulldozer was quickly dispatched, its powerful blade pushing away layers of heavy soil trying to clear the road. The driver concentrated, using all his techniques to pull the stuck vehicle out of the deep hole. The track spun violently and mud splashed everywhere. After several minutes of struggling, the vehicle was finally freed, leaving behind a muddy road full of traces of hardship. A convoy of heavy trucks was stuck on a muddy road, the wheels sunk deep into the soft soil. The blue truck tried to escape the mud, but only caused mud to splash, the wheels skidding and spinning in despair. Immediately, another truck was mobilized, hooking a tow rope to the stuck front of the truck. The engine roared, the cable was stretched to the limit. With each strong pull, the truck slowly moved forward. The people around were thrilled. After a few tense moments, the truck finally escaped from the mud, marking a spectacular rescue on a challenging road. The red tractor was stuck deep in the mud, its tracks sunk in the slushy soil, unable to move. The driver tried to accelerate, but only caused mud to splash. A cable was hooked up to help pull the tractor out of the hole. At that moment, another yellow tractor was stuck in the same situation, its rear wheels almost completely submerged in the mud. The situation became increasingly tense as another large tractor approached, preparing to carry out a dramatic rescue. Could they escape this giant quagmire? The Chevrolet pickup truck was stuck on its side on the side of the road, its wheels deep in the mud. A group of people quickly deployed a rescue plan, using a tow rope to tie it to the tractor behind. With each stretch of the rope, the engine roared in an effort to pull the car out of the mud. Smoke and dust rose violently as the wheels spun in the mud. Finally, after a few breathless moments, the car shot up, overcame the muddy terrain and sped away, marking a spectacular rescue. A military convoy was on a mission and on a muddy road when suddenly a heavy armored vehicle skidded, tipped to one side and became stuck in deep mud. Rescue teams quickly deployed, using a sturdy cable to connect it to a tow truck behind. The engine roared, the wheels spun as it tried to free itself from the mud. The ground shook as the vehicle was pulled up, but it was still dangerous. In a tense moment, the vehicle was finally freed, continuing its challenging journey. The multi-ton road roller was stuck deep in the soft sand. The front wheels completely sunk into the hole, making it almost impossible to move. An excavator quickly approached, using a bucket to help lift the body of the vehicle. The engine roared, each push was powerful, but the road roller was still firmly held. The workers tried to adjust, while the excavator continued to pull with maximum strength. Finally, after many tense efforts, the road roller was freed from the deep hole, marking a spectacular and precise rescue. On the harsh sandy road, a convoy of heavy vehicles suffered a serious accident when their wheels sank deep into the soft terrain. A giant crane lurched, trying to escape the sand trap, but to no avail. Meanwhile, a tanker truck got stuck behind, requiring the help of a powerful tow truck. Cables were taut, engines roared as the drivers worked together to rescue them. Finally, after much effort, the convoy slowly broke free, leaving deep tire marks in the road. A tense scene unfolded as a huge military vehicle got stuck in the mud. In the midst of the dust and smoke, heavy rescue vehicles began to take action. The large military truck slowly moved forward, pulling a tight cable connected to the stuck vehicle. The engine roared, the wheels spun in the mud. The crowd stood around, watching anxiously. Finally, with a strong pull, the vehicle gradually escaped the mud to the cheers of everyone. A spectacular rescue demonstrating the power of giant machines on the muddy battlefield. Thank you for watching the dramatic and challenging moments on our channel. If you love breathtaking rescues, skillful vehicle driving, and real-life situations, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any interesting videos. See you in the next episodes with more impressive scenes.